A massive drug bust at the port of Houston. Officials say they stopped more than 1,000 barrels of chemicals from China headed to Mexico's Sinaloa cartel. That's enough to make nearly $500 million worth of meth. Fox's Sarah Allegre joins us live from Houston tonight. And Sarah, they're calling it one of the biggest seizures in U.S. history.
Russ, that's right. I mean, it is the largest haul of precursor chemicals ever, and those are basically the raw materials used to create meth. But Russ, I want to give you an idea of just how massive this bust was here. U.S. Attorney for D.C., Janine Pirro, tells me it took 24 big rigs to haul all of those substances from the port of Houston to a federal warehouse.
I want you to visualize that instead of these containers or these barrels, that you see American bodies, because that's what's happening in China's undeclared war against the United States, working with Mexico, the Sinaloa cartel, a foreign terrorist organization that is producing these illegal drugs that are killing Americans on a daily basis.
And Pirro's team is leading the effort. She says the chemicals were stopped in the last week, shipped from China, and headed for that Sinaloa cartel in Mexico. Now, federal officials say this takedown was made possible by the Trump administration's move in January to designate the cartel, the Sinaloa gang, a foreign terror group. Now, that move gave prosecutors new authority to go after not just the drugs themselves, but rather the raw chemicals cartels use to make them.
This marks the first time a seizure warrant was issued for the material support of terrorism. The ability to obtain the warrant for this was only possible because President Trump's executive order designating the Department of State to designate major drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations.
Yeah, and as far as arrests go, federal officials say that they are just working on this investigation. It's ongoing at the current moment. Now, in a separate development made earlier today, the U.S. Treasury Department announced that it plans to sanction a Chinese chemical company for manufacturing, yes, both illicit opioids, but also, of course, chemicals in the United States. From Houston, Sarah Allegre, Fox 5 News.
Wow, it's just wild what a big drug bust that is. 24 big rigs full. It's a lot of materials. Sarah, thanks. In Southern California, where a man is facing federal charges after towing an ICE vehicle during a raid. Take a look. Prosecutors say this video shared by the U.S. Attorney's Office shows Bobby Nunez towing away a federal SUV. It happened as agents were arresting an undocumented anti-ICE TikTok influencer. Nunez witnessed the arrest, then used his tow truck to tow away a federal SUV. He now faces charges of stealing federal government property. He could face 10 years if convicted. At least one person is injured after a garage in Massachusetts explodes. Ring camera from a house captured a large blast and flash. There was no visible damage to any other homes. The explosion sparked a fire that firefighters got under control in about 20 minutes. One person was taken to a hospital with burn injuries. The cause is under investigation. Police in Colorado had quite the chase on their hands. A man wanted for credit card fraud led police on a chase while covered in mud and wearing nothing but a Speedo. Authorities say he had just come from a mud bath at a local resort. He was later caught hiding in someone's shed. When officers mentioned he had a warrant, the man denied any wrongdoing and was booked on multiple charges, including second-degree burglary, escape, and resisting arrest. A brazen wedding crash steals thousands of dollars from a pair of newlyweds in California. Police say the thief walked into the ballroom, ordered a drink at the bar, then went to the dance floor and stole a money box with gifts for the bride and groom. The thief took off toward an alley where a getaway car was waiting. The couple says they estimate the wedding crasher walked away with more than $60,000 worth of items. Police are still looking for the person in the video. Cameras caught a man at the U.S. Open snatching an autographed hat from a player out of the hands of a child last week. It turns out this guy was the CEO of a Polish company. After he was dragged online, he posted a statement on social media saying he thought the player was giving him the hat for his kids. He says the incident was a lesson in humility. I mean, the backlash was overwhelming.
Yeah. Well, at first he didn't respond that way, apparently.
Right.
Apparently he was like,
it took a few days.
Yeah, that's, too bad. That's the way it works. It's my hat.
Wow.
And then now it's, oh, well, I thought it was for my kids. Or
After
blah, blah,
you
blah, blah.
got dragged
I think
by
that's,
thousands of people
I think
online.
getting shamed a little bit might have
Yeah.
humbled him, but, oh, all right, Courtney, thanks so much.
Yeah.